Hello and welcome back to the markets. So today we are going to talk about something that's a bit more interesting, and it's very speculative, and a lot of people are chimping out about this in different manners. Is it bullish? Is it a rumor? Is it we're gonna get into the subject very soon. So let's check first the price of Bitcoin as I'm filming now. It's 62,500 and the overall market cap is 215. And this is how the chart looks on Bitcoin right now. And also, I want to go back and show you the chart on Ethereum. Do you see something different? So on Ethereum, it seems to be more stable right now. Meanwhile, the Bitcoin chart seems to be forming like a bit more of a bull flag, and is going a little bit more down. It's like more inclination, but why is this? The reason why is this? It might be Michael Saylor and the rumors around him, and let's go into the news, which probably you've already heard that he prepared to approve, or he approved the selling of 5 billion worth of BTC. So in case he needs the money, which is kind of funny. Oh, in case I need 5 billion to do stuff with them. And for a very long time he had a buying only policy, but yeah, let's see. So the first post is from Look on Chain. Is Michael Saylor strategy Bitcoin selling Bitcoin again? A wallet linked to strategy moved 299 Bitcoin. So it's linked. It's a rumor. It's right now he's a scarecrow for everyone on the market. And my question is now: will he buy Ethereum? Will he? Strategy should consider buying Ethereum right now, because everything points towards Ethereum being more interesting than Bitcoin right now. Now, why am I saying this? Uh, you know, we have the overall ETFs and stuff like that. We also have some Ethereum ETFs, but with the Clarity Act coming, you should, as an institution, you should look to diversify and make more money from other projects, not just letting it sit on Bitcoin. Of course, Bitcoin is the king. It's a very good purchase on a long term, and yeah. But if you're a big or a medium institution that wants to speculate a little bit, you should go on other projects right now, as we see that Bitcoin is going to be more and more stable. And everyone just buying on one thing, it's not it's not my thing. Maybe I'm thinking wrong, but yeah, everyone putting the money in the same thing together, it's a bad strategy, if you will. So let's see. The next post is from Vivek saying Michael Saylor's Bitcoin price prediction: 150,000 by the end of this year, 1 million over the next 4 to 8 years, 20 million over the next 20 years. This time frame doesn't interest me. I will be 50, and I can't just wait until I'm old to have this kind of money. Now this one would be maybe interesting, but right now I'm focusing on this one and maybe a little bit on this one. So the first comment says the only issue, he keeps selling. Is he so dumb that he doesn't have money and it's a real emergency? That's the question. Is it a real emergency that he has to sell Bitcoin, or it's like some sort of conspiracy or some sort of game that he's playing and other guys are playing, or someone is telling him, oh, you have to sell because we want to do this and that and manipulate the market a little bit? um, we will never know the answer on that. Maybe if something happens, like something big, but I think we will not know in the near future. The true reasons why this is happening and why is he selling after he said, oh, we are only buying and keeping and buying and keeping, and right now, oh, just in case we need the money, I allow to be sold 5 billion. So yeah, this takes us to the next post, which is from Weimar X. Rumors, something extremely bad is coming. We'll see about this. I think it's not going to be as bad because of the Michael Saylor. It might be bad because of what's happening in the Middle East. But yeah, this is just the smoke, if you will. So Michael Saylor's strategy might now sell up to 5 billion worth of Bitcoin, and Bitcoin right now sits on a market cap of 1.25 trillion, and that's 255 billion here. So it's not even 1% of Bitcoin, is it though? Wait, 1 trillion basically, and it's 255 billion. So just 5 billion out of this large sum, it won't move the price as much, unless it's like a lot of leverage and a lot of people are going to chimp out and panic and stuff like that. But I think there are other news that will make, if they will make Bitcoin go down, but this is not as huge as you think. It sounds big because none of us have 5 billion. So 2.55 in cash reserves, it's what strategy has. It says here only 17 months of dividend and interest coverage, 840,000 Bitcoins, around 13 billion in unrealized losses. MicroStrategy is almost down 30% in 1 week. And I think, everything is going down rather because of the uncertainty in the Middle East, and not about this. This is just a byproduct of that. It's like the smoke of a fire, in my opinion. Now, the timing is quite interesting, as every 4 years we have this bottom events, if you will, and it goes for me in the conspiracy theory, and it's like someone is planning this, whether just from one side or they are basically all in with this. But it's kind of funny, the timing, and let's go to the next one, which is from Vivek Sen. And the last time Michael Saylor sold Bitcoin rallied from 17 to 126,000. He knows what's coming. So yeah, but does he really need the money? That's my question. Does he really need to sell this? Is a real emergency, or is just games? I mean, at this point, when he's got so much money and the company's got so much money, it's basically, it's another level of thinking, another level of doing business, and we will never fully understand the truth and the strings that are being pulled behind the scenes, not by him, but by a lot of people that have this kind of influence over the market. What remains for us is to play along, and I will keep DCAing my alts. I will make an update once I can. Once I have like a full plan, but I'm basically eyeballing a few alts to accumulate, and I will show them to you. But right now I don't really have money, so I will wait the salary to buy a little bit of each. And let's go to the last post, which is from Bitcoin News. Strategy details plan to sell up to 5 billion. So it's up to 5 billion in case of need. So it's more fear mongering and barking at the public at this point. Now, will it happen? Even if it will, I think there are bigger problems that will that can affect Bitcoin than this. This is just the smoke. However, I think the bottom is in for at least for Ethereum. For Ethereum, bottom is in my opinion. I don't know for Bitcoin, but even if it's not, we are very close to the bottom. Even the doctor changed his opinion and said, yeah, we won't see a 40k. And I think we won't see a 40k. Maybe we won't see even a 50k. I still believe that, as I said, the bottom is already in. We might have like a slightly lower price in the near future, but the chances are getting thinner and thinner, unless we have like a very short period of panic and then go back up. So this is 4x higher than the amount of they initially said might sell under their new capital management plan. CEO Fong Li said potential sales could be used to add 1.25 billion to their US dollar reserves, fund their roughly 1.76 billion in annual dividend interests obligation, and finance up to 2 billion in stock buybacks. So they are doing buybacks. That's good. If you're in stocks, if you're in crypto, you should take a look in stocks as well, because you can make this same amount of money, if not even better, if you're just trading from day to day or week to week and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed. I would really appreciate to know your opinion. Is this a game? Is this planned? Who is in cahoots with this guy, and who's doing this basically? And do they want us to? I think sometimes one of my theories is that they want the smarter one of us and the more patient of us to also get rich and work with them into finance one way or another. And that's like a very good screening. Who's patient enough and smart enough to get up into finance on his feet. Maybe you were born poor and you have a lot of determination, but that's just one of my own theories. So I'm speaking out of my my craziness, if you want. So I hope you enjoyed. See you with the next one, guys.